see.
So sorry to hear that. I remember it very well.
Yeah.
I remember.
5 years
So,
ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah, she got sick 5 years ago, but she died in 2023. So
Okay.
2 years
Okay.
now. Yeah, almost 2 years.
Ah,
Mm.
thank God that it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
Thank God that you've recovered and you're back in this space.
On the mend. Yeah. It
Welcome
hits you
back.
sometimes, but thank you.
When you come to Ghana, anytime you come back home, how do you feel?
I've always been excited to come back, like always been excited. But for some, it was weird. I was telling Newsweek and my cousin that when I got out of the airport on this particular trip, I was like, oh my God. But again, I know it's part of my healing, grieving, you know, it's part of all of that. Because, you know, I still have survivor's guilt. It was just the two of us. So it's like, okay, my life is moving on and she's dead. And so that whole thing, it kind of hit me when I came out, you know, so. But I'm good. I'm good.
Thank God.
I stay busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to you know, pack my days.
Well,
Yeah.
I know that in all of it, no matter what, film is still your baby. Film is something you eat, drink, you watch, like you're so observant. And it's not to say it's just about Ghana. I watch you also, you know, make notes of some productions, even some actors, the way they speak, the way they express themselves. I see that you always do that. But in all of this, yeah, you're watching all, but you always have your eyes on the industry
this
as
is
well.
home. Yeah.
Yes.
This is home. If it works for all of us, you know?
Exactly.
Because, I mean, there's so much discrimination in Hollywood that why don't you want to just stay at home, work at home? Everybody
Yeah.
looks like you. Everybody sounds like you. You understand each other. You eat the same food, you know? This is home. So, and then there are so many stories here that, I mean, I personally, I want to tell. You know, like we were at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, and I was like, why has there not been a feature on Kwame Nkrumah?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so many years now. What is going on? You know? There's
What
you-
is the
I-
answer?
What's the answer?
Okay, so I think a lot of people have not conceived a story, right? They've not conceived a story, and then if you do conceive a story, the budget,
Okay.
because you cannot do it on like $150,000. No.
Yeah.
It's gotta be, and then the angle from which you take it has to be international, so you can market it. So now you have a catch-22. You need to upscale it, make it a very international film. But to make a very international film, you want that budget, but you want to also make it commercial enough because
Exactly.
your audience is not going to be in Ghana, unfortunately. Ghana people will not be able to support it enough to get you your money back. So you do need like international support and international distribution. You know, you need international consumption
Yeah.
if you are going to put that money in and get that money back. Unless the government will sponsor it, which I think they should, then it doesn't matter whether you make the money back or not. You know, you put it in schools, you put it at the park. That would actually be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could even VR it. Like, you know, Ludwig, my producer, was talking about doing a movie and then doing a VR experience. So when you go to the park and you put on the VR glasses, you can actually experience the movie in 3D or as yourself or as through his lens,
Yeah.
you know? The government should, government should sponsor it.
I think government is supposed to do that.
Yeah.
That is when, not if, when, or should I say if? Let's say if, because you see, anything's possible. That is if the film fund is finally in place. Maybe.
I mean, when I say government sponsor it, as in like have an institution or back somebody to do it. Because
Exactly.
personally, I don't believe in the film fund. I really honestly don't. I think it's premature
Okay.
because there is no distribution. If you give the film fund, how are they going to? People think, oh, we're just going to put it on YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube is going to collapse very soon. There's so much.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so much congestion on YouTube, and they're always changing their policies. So if you go, and now I feel like it's seriously oversaturated. If you oversaturate it, they're going to reduce the earning. So how much are you really going to earn on YouTube, if you put, if you
Your work's there.
if you just say I'm gonna just put the film on YouTube, and then you
yeah.
have piracy, somebody's gonna download the film, and again, why would I spend money and make a film and then just put it on YouTube? You want people to have the experience, cinema, stream at home. You want to have a proper platform for the film. If I garnish food, why do I want to serve it in something that's not, the holy
Yeah.
grail almost, right? So I think there should be a film fund, but I feel like the way it should be structured
All right.
is not the conversation that's ongoing.
All right.
If I were to be a policymaker and there's a film fund, I'll do what Botswana is doing. I would give it to films that are coming from outside. So you attract that investment.
As in foreign films.
Yes.
Yes.
You get it.
So if you're a foreign film and you're coming to film in Ghana, like Botswana will give you $1 million if you're coming to film in Botswana. Technically, that money is never going to leave Botswana. You're still going to spend that money in Botswana because foreign films have regulations. There are union rates that you have to pay the crew. There
Yeah.
are union rates that you pay the cast. There are standard rates that you pay for shipping. So if someone is coming to Ghana to make a film and Ghana says, okay, if you come to film in Ghana, we'll give you $250,000. If you give me that money and I'm bringing in a foreign film, I know where to spend that money. I'm going to probably spend it on hotels, on airlines, on food. At the end of the day, the money stays here. It doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
You get it? And then you're actually attracting them to spend more. Because how much are you going to give to a Ghanaian filmmaker? $10,000? $25,000? Which they're never going to make back. That pool is not going to be resourced. What's the point? It will dry up. Nigeria did it. It dried up. It will dry up. It will be surrounded by conflict. Give that money to attract foreign investments.
And they're going to also promote tourism when
They come
they
in
shoot at the various places.
Exactly. Because I just came to Ghana actually to do a scout. And some of the places, we went to this place called Stone City in Asasewa. I was like, oh my gosh. It was,
Eastern region.
yes.
Asasewa?
Yes.
Okay.
Like the most amazing location I have ever seen. Rock formations, natural rock formations. And then when you're on some of the rocks, you see the Volta Lake. That is a futuristic location that anybody will shoot in.
Wow.
So if you ask me, I'm not. If you give the money to foreign productions, it will still trickle down to the local productions.
Okay.
Because then now you can hire that crew. Because now you get a lot of foreign productions, and the foreign productions are automatically training the local crew, and they're working on bigger films, getting bigger money, spending that money here. So you should actually boost more of the international.
But Leila, the act for the fund says that the fund will be used for education purposes, as in if you have a documentary or a film on education, or maybe you are doing something like the Kwame Nkrumah thing you mentioned,
Okay.
then the supports in that regard. So it is not a fund that is going for or to every filmmaker. So
Okay.
there are specified films that will attract this fund.
But again, the fund
Yeah.
will dry up. Let's be honest. How many Ghanaians watch documentaries? Have you ever been to the cinema to watch a documentary?
No.
Okay, you answered. The fund will dry up. You want a fund that is sustainable, that
Okay.
money goes back into. If Georgia says we're giving 35% tax incentives for you to come and film in Georgia, they're doing it because the money is gonna stay in Georgia,
Yeah.
right? And if you even screen the film, you're gonna still pay taxes to Georgia from the screening. If you screen in Georgia, if you open in theaters in Georgia, you're still going to pay taxes in Georgia. And usually you should also have like a Georgia LLC. So again, the money stays.
All right.
So the pool is resourced all the time. Somebody's feeding the pool. So unless they can come up with a structure that continues to feed that pool, so the pool resources itself, then you're just going to be putting. It's like taking baskets to the stream.
Yeah.
You fetch, it depletes. You fetch, it depletes. And then very soon the government will be like, it's not sustainable. And then it collapses. That's what happened in Nigeria. Now the
Okay.
fund is no longer available. You know, so.
Interesting.
Moving away from fund, before you come in, moving away from the fund, a few years ago, the NFA also established what they call the Shoot in Ghana initiative. What do you make of that?
I think that is.
Inviting
I don't
foreigners
know
to come and-
about it, but
come
I
and shoot
just from
here.
the title
Yeah.
you've given you,
Yeah.
the whatever name it has, I think it's perfect.
Okay.
That's what should happen. But when I brought my crew for the scout, we had a lot of issues because
Wow.
yes, come and shoot in Ghana, but is Ghana ready? Right? Is Ghana ready? Crew. Locations, yes, the locations are there. Like when we went to Stone City, immediately we pulled up, there was trash everywhere. I think some people had a party and the whole place was completely trashed. There was poop, there were weird stuff. It was really bad. But assuming maybe a private organization or a private person or even the Ministry of Tourism takes over that place
Yeah.
and perfects it, where people can go there, you film there, you get a permit to shoot there. Like you pay the permit to the Eastern region, and then you pay the permit to a location fee to the location. Then now somebody's taking care of that property,
Okay.
right? But come shoot in Ghana, but is Ghana ready? So there are a lot of things we need to do before we can even confidently say, again, going back to Botswana, if you Google Botswana Arise, that's what they're doing. A private individual went to the government and said, I will build sound stages, I will build film schools, I will train the crew, and then I will bring in the foreign investment. You just set up the enabling environment, which then the government said, okay, we will do the tax incentive, which is the $1 million if you film in Botswana.
Wow.
Leila, does it take us back to that conversation where we had there's a girls trip movie that was supposed to be shot in Ghana, and then later we heard stories about the fact that they couldn't come. There were issues here and there, and it was pretty much annoying because we're like, what is the issue? Till date, I haven't really heard of any particular reason
Yeah.
as to why that didn't happen, but the whole story out there was that they couldn't do it. And was it because we're not ready at the time? You think we were not ready, that is why it didn't
I
happen?
don't know what happened with Girls Trip. What I do know personally from Girls Trip is the writer is a friend of mine, and she said she was not done writing.
Okay.
But I think there was a point where the director was in Ghana, and then he went to South Africa. So I was like, oh my goodness, dude, went to South Africa. What's gonna happen to bringing the film to Ghana? But what I discovered I've shot in Ghana, large scale, but this other film that I want to potentially shoot here, it's a much, much bigger scale. And when I brought the team, we panicked because it was going to be more expensive to shoot here than to even shoot in the States.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like we keep hearing that, Kwame.
Hmm.
We keep hearing these
It's more
stories.
expensive.
Like you remember
I think
Sedufia
Sedufia also mentioned that
it was
shooting in
less
Nigeria was
expensive than
shooting in
Ghana.
Ghana.
Yeah.
He mentioned the equipment,
The equipment, because you have to ship in.
resources.
Yes, you have to ship in everything. See, that is, I feel like, where the government can subsidize. If the government can come out and say, okay, if you are an equipment rental house, you get so and so in rebates,
Yeah.
right? So we are so they can go to Panavision and say, if you open an office in Ghana, we'll give you this incentive. You go to, a South African company that's a G&E company, or even a Nigerian company that's a G&E company, and tell them, if you open a facility here, we would give you rebates or something. Or, I wasn't going to say this, but I'll say it. If you go to another country that is film resourced and say, okay, if foreign crew coming to work in Ghana would take the equipment and crew from you, maybe say like Turkey, will take then because Turkey already has a base in Ghana, right? So if the Ghanaian government can go to Turkey and say, foreign films that take their crew and equipment from you get an incentive from Ghana. So now all the foreign companies will go to Turkey, pick up equipment, pick up crew, come shoot in Ghana, and then get an incentive. But at the end of the day, the money is actually coming here.
Yeah.
Right. So you need those kind of relationships. You need those production treaties with, countries that are film resourced, right? That already have business interests here, that understand how, so the Minister of Foreign Affairs has some work to do.
Now, over the years, you have done this with the movies we mentioned earlier. You have done all of this. I remember you've built sets in Ghana. You literally one of the people who, showed certain kind of things here in Ghana. And at some point, maybe, should I put it due to frustration here and there, you packed and you left. Looking at the time you left and now, following the space and, I'm sure you've been talking to one or two people who also work here and all that. Has there been any changes where you think that coming back, when I left this change and I think that when I come in, I put this in together, I'll be able to get my work done? Has anything changed?
I think things have gotten worse.
Huh?
I guarantee you. I do really think things have gotten worse.
Oh.
Yeah, things have actually gotten worse because you would think things would have gotten better. They actually got worse. And that's why, after the Scout, I was so deflated. I told Ludwig I was going to shoot in Connecticut.
Oh,
Things
Is
have
it that-
gotten
Oh, yeah, things
worse.
have gotten
Is it
things
that
have actually,
bad?
Oh, yeah, things have actually gotten worse.
wow. Is it that bad?
Oh, yeah, things have gotten worse.
And you see, is it that we don't realize these things? Because you see, we wake up every day and the criticism that comes to the movie industry sometimes is so bad, it's so heartbreaking that, sometimes you even meet these actors and it's like we are not even supposed to discuss it because there's no future for it, even though there are others who are still fighting and striving to make it stand. So that means some of these things are really affecting and crippling the space, making it difficult for
100%.
people to work.
100%. I think with the world becoming a global village, with digital distribution, digital exposure, people have become worse. I mean, I feel like people in general have actually become worse I feel like we've become worse human beings, right? So filmmaking, what I've seen is filmmaking has become more of a me thing than an us thing. And filmmaking is supposed to be an us thing. It's supposed to be a team players that come together to get films done.
Okay.
But everybody wants to be the only person. So there is that, because for me, if I know of a distributor and your film needs distribution, I'm going to introduce you. I don't have a problem with that. But this is what happens when you do that. The person you've introduced is going to want to sever your relationship with the distributor. So everybody now, I keep saying that we function in cliques over here, but you kind of understand why. Everybody wants to protect their peace and their energy. So let me just go with my group because I know them. The devil,
let
me
and not do us.
Each one for him or herself.
Yes, yes, God for us all, right?
Now this is difficult.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really difficult.
But it's not like there's no way out. There absolutely is. There's totally a way out. The thing is that some of us have tried to introduce the way out, but then, Leila has a God complex. Leila thinks she knows everything. I don't know anything. I don't have a God complex.
How do you feel about that, hearing all those
when
comments?
You hear all those comments.
It's annoying. It's annoying. I'm like, you know what? I could just sit in my little corner and do my own thing.
You hear them say you're difficult?
Oh, a lot. And when somebody says you're difficult, what they actually mean is, I couldn't get away with anything with this person. It doesn't mean you're difficult. It just means they couldn't take advantage of you. Or, they couldn't, like when we instituted the Oscar committee, oh my God, people were trying to circumvent, and then it became, Leila's trying to put her own film in the Oscars. No. It just has to be. They did it so much. I'm like, forget it. I'm so done with the whole Oscar of it all.
Oh, so you left that committee?
Oh my gosh, I really, and they did it at the peak of my sister's sickness. My sister was in a coma, and she was at home, so just waking up and taking care of my sister and then hearing all of these negativity, it wasn't good for my mental health. I just because you don't know what people are dealing with at home. So, to just be fabricating stories like, oh, Leila intentionally did not submit this movie to the Oscars. Intentionally how? Like, I don't have that kind of power. I feel like they don't understand teamwork. So when someone is trying to function in a team, I have no idea. I don't know.
And you have raised several concerns. One that I remember recently, 29th August, is a post that you made on Facebook. It says, the first thing the Ghana film industry needs before anything else is well-trained and efficient crew in all film departments.
Yes.
And then you said the fact that you almost always have to fly more than 50% of this crew is really sad. This is the edge South Africa has over Ghana when major films consider filming locations. We will consider the bad roads and lack of standardized rates later. Make sure you have all the following, not just folks in the assistance section, and say DM me with your IMDb link if you have the requisite experience. And then you listed a long tall list.
A lot. And I asked that, let me say, it's when you don't confirm.
A tall list.
And that's everybody that's supposed to be on a film set. And some of those teams are times 10. Yeah. So on a full crew, you can have up to 100 people. So that's a whole industry. So imagine if we were well positioned with multiple people in these departments. That's a whole industry. That's a whole economy.
So that's a crew alone.
Yes.
Crew alone.
Yeah.
So what inspired that post, that tall post?
Because when we did the scout, we sat down to crew up, and then the producer was like, I want to take most of my crew from Ghana, so I feel like we're giving back. So she and Ludwig, we want to feel like we're giving back. So no, grip.
You're not film people, so
Yes. So an ammo, because they are guns, opens, reloads, hands it over to the appropriate person.
Okay.
So that's an armorer. You need so if you have a gun, you have an armorer. Nobody else touches the gun, just the armorer. And then the armorer and the AD work with the guns. A pyro, because there are people who are going to be set on fire. Pyro is responsible for lighting fires.
yeah.
So, they're part of the visual effects team and also the special effects team. But you can have a separate pyro, or you can have a special effects person who knows how to do pyro. But if you don't have, because there are ways we can light you on fire, but you won't burn. Right? Yeah. And we don't do it in post-production. There are chemicals that we use, and you'll be flaming, but you won't burn. Right? And it's expensive. Like, if I light you on fire right now, that's $10,000, one take.
Hey,
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yes, because it's dangerous.
That's a movie to be shot and put on YouTube.
I know exactly.
You can shoot a movie and put on YouTube for that.
then let's use petrol and menu.
Yeah. So take two, $10,000.
Wow.
Take three, $10,000. That's how expensive. That's how valuable. So imagine if we had all these.
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you made a comparison between Ghana and South Africa. Why South Africa?
All of these people exist in South Africa. Because when we say we don't have, then the South African team is like, oh, we can get it.
Yes.
We can get it.
Can get it.
We can get it. We can get it. Ludwig got upset.
So then that means everything is literally coming
Everything
from
is
South Africa
even the production designer was like he was going to bring his lead carpenter. I'm like, carpenter chewa kocho South Africa go back. Carpenter la sinye de, but they wanted to bring everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we don't
It
have,
really
we don't
broke
have all that
broke
in
my
Ghana.
heart. The carpenter part annoyed me. I'm not even gonna lie. I just rolled my eyes. I'm like, you know what? Y'all ain't serious. But I get where he was coming from because it's a thing of language and art. They are carpenters, but are they artistic enough to work in the film industry and create sets? If the production designer says, I want this way, do they understand the art of creating a film set, building slats and flats?
Okay.
Right? So if I go to a carpenter and I said, I want to build an interior set and I want to use flats, does he understand? Or that people are going to be slammed into the wall, or things like sugar glass, framing for sugar glass. Do you understand how those things... I get where he was coming from. And that's why I said we need crew beyond assistants, because when you bring productions here, the only people you can get are assistants.
All right.
Not the real people.
All right.
Yeah.
And I hear you are bringing together some crew members for an event.
That inspired us. When that happened, Ludwig, my producer, he was like,
Alright.
this is ridiculous. I'm going to put together a mixer, because he was very sure that people were there, that we just don't know them.
Oh.
So it's an avenue to look for the people, look for them, so we do not have to go bring people from South Africa.
Okay. So do we have them? Have you looked for them? Or
Well,
you are
that's
now
why we're having
inviting-
the mixer.
Oh,
So
okay,
if
so
you
invite
are
them.
any of these departments, please show up. Please
Okay.
show up. Yeah.
When is it happening?
Sunday, the 14th, at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park.
Oh, this Sunday.
This very Sunday.
This coming Sunday.
Yeah, and there'll be food. So
Hey.
Leila.
You know, can
You
media
gotta
people
listen to-
come?
Of course, you have to be
Media
there.
people who
Just
are
bring food.
not coming for the food, but who want to come and learn.
Oh yeah, we would actually love for you guys to be there, because we need your help to carry this information out there, so people, because a lot of foreign productions do come here,
Yeah.
but they keep using the same people, so no other person is let in, you know. And so with, like, Ludwig runs the Film Services Ghana, that's actually why he wants to do this. So
Okay.
he would have, so it's not the same person all the time, that there are other people who benefit from these productions that come in, these good pay rates, you know, that pay like $100, $200, $300 a day for like a 3-month shoot. That's good money
Okay.
that our people should be
You know,
making.
now that she even mentioned this, I'm really happy. I think I saw a movie recently. Is it Craven? I watched Craven on
The one you spoke to me
Netflix.
about,
Yes,
yeah.
and there was this part when they just said the northern part of Ghana, and because I'm from the north, like I could just see
so
the
excited.
greens. I saw how everything was. It was so beautiful. But then I just asked the one question: where did they pass to enter and go and film that? Because most of them, yes, they come. You probably see them walking around and you just see them as normal people. But most of them come and do these
Yeah.
productions and go, just like you mentioned. And we don't get to learn. We don't get to hear. We only see it, and later we're just happy about it.
Yeah.
But then what happened? Did we benefit? How did we benefit? And all that. So it's pretty tough, and it hurts that we probably don't know the ins and outs. So
Yeah.
now that you're mentioning you want to do this, I think it's something good. And
You should thank Ludwig
Do
for that.
we need to pay to be part?
No. It's absolutely free. Just show up. Just show up.
So tell us, what exactly will happen on the day?
It's a mixer. So it's an avenue for the crew to just network with each other.
Okay.
Oh, I have a script. Oh, I'm a producer. I'm looking for projects. Exchange numbers.
okay.
You know, oh, I'm an armorer. Oh, great. We need an armorer. Okay, can I take your contact? Yeah.
Is this going to be a precursor to maybe a training later, a workshop, or
Hopefully.
summit, or something later?
Hopefully, yeah, absolute. Hopefully that, because if we find the people, of course, we need to train them, refresh them. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it would lead up to that.
And the focus is only on Ghana
for now,
for now. Okay, because I know that definitely if you put it out there, there's somebody who, there are some of our other countries, African countries, when they see, they'll run, they'll
They
come.
should
It
wait.
will be
They should
great.
wait. Let's finish with this one.
Kwame. But I mean,
It would be
if
great.
the focus being on Ghana, I think.
Yeah, because with
be happy about
Botswana,
it.
if you're not Botswana, you cannot be part of the training. They're just focusing on their people. And I'm so worried about the whole Botswana of it all because when they take off, I think all the productions in Ghana are going to run away. That come to Ghana will run away.
Wow.
Because it's going to be a more viable, conducive environment because the government is really working with this private person, you know.
Botswana really does so
Yeah.
well with this.